Hey guys, Rich Pacini here, YouTube vlog creator. Today I want to talk about my little Sony DCR DVD 810 Handycam camera. Now I did a video like this I think a couple weeks back maybe. I think it was a couple weeks back. And anyway, the last time I shot the video, it was shot on the little mini DVD here. Okay? It gives you two options when it comes to making videos with this camera. You could record it on the DVD or you could use the external memory in here. And if you have the memory card, you could also use a memory card. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's good for photos only. Okay, let's put it that way. I wouldn't make any videos with it. But anyway, so the reason I'm doing this video is somebody was saying they watched that video and they were talking about using this here. You would plug this into the camera over here. You plug this in over here. There's a little slot over here. See it? Where my finger's right there. You would plug this in here. And it would go in here like this here. This finger, there we go. And then you would plug this into your USB port on your computer. Okay. However, on that first video I did with this camera, I used the Elgato video capture. And apparently that person that left the comment on that particular video didn't think this did a good job when it comes to uploading it and, you know, making a copy of the video. Now, everybody has their own, you know, pros and cons about things. You're entitled to your opinion, right? I have no problem with this here. I love it. I love it. And, you know, you get the basic stuff. This is the unit itself right here. It's got the RCA cables attachments over there, you know, couplings. And I used it. And I did this video today. I did this video. So if you guys might want to look into it, say I ain't getting nothing for it, you know, even though you might say I'm promoting it, I'm not getting anything for it. I'm just telling you this is what I use. I recommend people get it. See? Here's it is right there. Elgato. Right there. There it is. Elgato. Yeah. I got 2 Stream Decks from them. I love their products. That's me. So anyway, I recommend, rather than using the USB one here, it's not difficult. You would plug it into the camera, plug this into USB port in your computer, and then you're going to get the message going to pop up on the computer screen, the LED screen, and it's going to say USB connect. There's a total of 3 of them, and you got to hit the right one. If you're doing one for the what do you call it? The micro card there, the little SD card, you'll hit that one on there because you got to acknowledge it that it's connected to the USB. That's how that works. But rather than go through all of that, I'm not saying it was a problem doing it for me. It's a little more involved, not much, but a little involved. I figured, let me go back to basics and use this. And you couldn't get it more simplified. The RCA cable's really simple. Very old color code, there's nothing to it, you know, you just plug them all in. Do it without my glasses over here. I wear glasses for reading, but if I can't see these, I'm really bad. Okay, so once you get that, you're gonna plug this in here. Let's plug this into the computer first. Then we're going to plug this in the front, right there. You see a little half moon? That's what this is here, the little half moon right there. See it? The little half moon, can you see that? Anyway, let's plug this in here like this. So it's plugged in. Now, when you want to upload this video is being made with Filmora 15. I think this is the latest version. Well, I have the latest version, 15.3.21, I believe. I think that's what it is. I can show you that when we get in. I'll show you the version of it. Anyway, just in case you guys want to know. All right, so in order to make this work, you have to go into, let me just put my glass on here, minimize the screen this way, and we're going to click over here, the Elgato software. You're going to have to upload this there. I should say download it to your computer. And here you're going to have it over here, like this here. This is what the name is going to be. I'm just going to put over here test video. Okay, I'm just going to put over here test video for time being, for argument's sake. Okay, okay. Oops. All right. Look at the wrong one here. Here we go. There we go. Test video. Okay. Here you could do how long you want it. How long is this movie going to be? About 1 gigabyte. The hard disk space is required. Whatever. So now, then you got the preferences. We'll get to that in a little bit. Here's the content. We're going to keep it at 16.9 aspect ratio. Right. We're going to continue. Now, this here is where you're going to continue. Now, here's where you can mute it, and I'm going to keep it muted. All right. There's no single. The reason why there's no single is because I didn't power it on. So we're going to power this on. I'm gonna hit the little button over here. Okay, you're gonna get the signal, and you're gonna see basically the same thing I see. Okay, it should be anyway. Okay, here we go. We got the screen. Now, this is the one I'm going to work with right now. This guy, I think it's this one. Let me pan down here for a second. Okay, this is the one right over here. This is what I shot today. Okay, now I'm going to hit start recording. I'm going to hit that first. Okay, hit that first. This way you start to record. Now I'm going to hit that button. Okay, I muted the sound. Well, here you're going to hear it, but I muted over here. See, it says mute sound. This video, folks, is just to show you the video quality of it. Now, this one here is shot on the external memory in here, in this camera, okay? Just doing a basic shoot, nothing fancy, you know, as you can see here. This is just to show you the video quality. And for, I believe this camera, if my memory serves me right, I think it came out in 2008, I believe. And I'd be honest with you, this is a camera I picked up in my local thrift store. And I'll be honest with you, look at the clarity of it. It looks good here. Okay, we're gonna see when we upload it to Filmora. Okay, all right. So we're gonna leave it like this here. I think that's how I ended the video. I just did very basic. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop recording. It's gonna say 1 moment, please. Okay, I'm gonna hit continue. Please wait while a movie is being processed. You can hit that message. Now this is important. Now I could upload this right now to YouTube, okay, just as it is, but I don't want to do that, okay, because for the simple reason is I want to upload it to Filmora, okay. I want Filmora to work with this here. So what I'm going to do is just remember when it says your movie was saved successfully, look how it is saved. It's on the C drive, user directory. It's the subdirectory Rich A, OneDrive, videos, and it says test video MP4. Okay, so now we're going to quit. We're going to go over here to Filmora, and let me just show you the version here, just in case you guys want to know. The version is 15.3.21, and we're going to go over here now. We're going to go to import. Click it on, and you're going to go to import media files. And now we're going to go over here. All right, I already went all through the format. I showed you C drive, so on and so forth, right? Okay, so I already did that. And here is the test video. Let's click it on. Go over here, open. It's going to upload to Filmora. You're going to see the beginning of it. Of course, you're always going to edit it out. Let's drop it in the timeline. And you're going to get this here to keep the project settings at 1920 by 1080, 60 frames per second, right? You keep that on there. Click it on. And of course, this is what I love about editing. You cut all this wasted material out over here like this. Like that. Hit the little scissors, snip it, right click, ripple delete. See? Now, here's the thing. I know I muted the sound. Here's the thing. If you want to make this even look better, you click this on and you go over here to color. Here's where you're going to have a little fun with this here. Okay, you got LUTs, then you got the color here. You got the temperature you can play around with. I talked about this in other videos. If you want to, let's say it's a day that's like this here. It's like today was cloudy, but let's say you want to put a little nice sun, a nice little glow in there. You would take the temperature and glow it up a little. Look at that there. See? You can make it really look like a sunny thing. This is at 100%, right? Then you got the tint. Well, we don't want to make it pinkish, but you could play around with the tint. Give it vibrance, like this here, whatever. You could vibrate up, make it like that. You can take it down to make it black and white just about. You could do that, right? Saturation. Yeah, you can really use the saturation up or lower it down. That's where it really gets black and white, but you can leave it the way it is. And then you got your exposure. So you got the exposure. You can play around with that. The brightness. I talked about this in my other videos. And literally, if you want to take a sky that has clouds into it, right? Just look at this here. Check this out. With the brightness, you could just blank them out. There's no clouds there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna leave it there like that because we want clouds in there. It wasn't such like a heavy clouded day, but it was. But let's go back over here. Let's get it back. And anytime you make a mistake, you know, like you don't like the way it looks, just hit the reset button. It brings everything right back to where it was. Okay. And here's where you could play with all the stuff, all your little settings here, manual settings. You could do the contrast. You could darken it up a little like that, or if you want to lighten it up, you could do that. My favorite is right here, the sharpen button right here to sharpen it up. Okay. Well, let's do this first. Let's get rid of this here. Let's get that back. Let's brighten this up a little. Let's do the exposure. Let's do the exposure on here. And let's sharpen it up a little. Not too much, because then it gets grainy like that. And let's see what happens when we play it. It even looks even more clear. It's got a better clearer, you know, it looks a lot clearer, right? It's got that nice crisp look to it. All right. And if you wanted to make this a thumbnail right here, okay, this is what I do sometimes, folks. Sometimes, now this camera will allow you to take a snapshot, right? Because it's got the SD card in there. What you could do when you get something you like, let's say, I'm not saying this particular thing, but let's say I like this here a lot, right? What I would do, and again, this is a video still, okay? What I would do is come over here, we see where the little camera is. You take a snapshot. Now you got the snapshot here, okay? Now, if I wanted to use this as a thumbnail, and like to keep the video like this, I'd move this over here. If you don't even bother moving it over, you can just go like this here. When you drop it in front of it, it's going to pan it over automatically. All right. So here's my thumbnail. Okay, it's the snapshot, right? And here is where I'm going to put my title, whatever I want to say on here. I go to just the default title, put it right over here. Let's expand the timeline. And with the title, I could just, again, people who watch this video are probably saying, oh, I know what he's going to do. I've seen this guy once before do it. And I could just say, again, let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's go here. And let's close this out and pick this one right here. I like that color like that. Shorten it up a little. We don't want the font to be that big. Let's go maybe 28. And I get this over here, a day at the park. A day at the local park, like that. Oops, there we go. See? And you can move it around. If you want it to be more noticeable, you could put it where it's going to be like that there. And if you feel like, it's still too small, you come over here and you could make it bigger, like that. If you want to, like you want people to see it, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I shouldn't have made this here. This don't need to be like that, just like that there. Whoops. Click too quick. Okay, a day at the local park. See? And you can make something like that there. Whoops. See? And that'll be your thumbnail. Okay, and then you can do whatever you want to do it. You know, if you want to still play around with it, you could if you choose to do so. That's what I'm saying. But the reason why I'm showing you this video, folks, is because I think for a video, I think for a camera that had come out, I think in 2008, like I said, I think it's pretty good. I'll be honest with you. I think it's pretty good. All right, here's it is, just how it looks like this here. And then you could add music to it if you want, or you could narrate it. And like I said, I was going to buy it. I think they want for the microphone. It goes in here. Let's get this out so I don't break this thing. It goes in here in this little cold shoe. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little special type. It's not your conventional cold shoe. Okay, it's a different. The microphone is different. It's got a different setting in here. It's not like like I said, it's not your traditional cold shoe in here. So, you have to buy an additional camera, a microphone for that. But I'm not ready for that right now, because for the most part, if I'm going to narrate anything, I could use my iPhone. Like that's what I was doing earlier. I was using my iPhone to make the video, another video. But like I said again, if I'm going to go that route where I need to get better clarity or whatever, then I would consider getting that microphone. Right now, I want this camera basically to do family video shoots, or if I'm at an event or whatever, and I don't want to take my other big cameras, because I got a total of 5 of these now. Okay, I got a total of 5 Sony Handycams. Was 4, now this is my 5th one. This is the latest one I got, and I love it. I love the camera. They call it the Hybrid Plus 25X. So can you see that, guys? Look at that. All right, that's what it's called. It's a nice camera. Picked this up at my local thrift store, and everything works on it, guys. I'm very happy with it, to be honest with you. But in regards to one last thing I just want to say before I close this video out, rather than playing around with the USB, you could do that. I just recommend, I think it's, for argument's sake, I think it's a lot easier just to get one of these here, the Elgato video capture. They have other ones too. Okay, if you don't like the Elgato product, I love it. I love the product. you could try different ones. Okay, I think, to me personally, I think it did a good job as far as with the video, the way it looks over here, the way it, formatted. I like the look of it. I think it's pretty good. And not only that, they have a thing now. I was looking at the, let me go over here. With the color wheels, I think they added something to it, if I'm not mistaken. They got the basic and the HDR. Like if you click that on here, from what I understand, you could do different ones here. Like in other words, you could change, without changing the whole picture, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Maybe I'm at the wrong one over here. Highlight, black, whatever. Let me see. Maybe that's the way it is. They have it where you could do it individual. I have to work around that, which, I have to do a workaround on that day. I got to look at that. For the HDR color wheel. I tell you the truth, though. I have to honestly say this here. Filmora, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be one day Filmora Pro, because the way this thing is going, the way they keep adding all these new bells and whistles and stuff, it's going to be, I can picture, no doubt in my mind, that this is going to be like a pro. It's going to be like a pro series, video editing software. It's getting to that stage. But anyway, when you come to the color wheels, you're going to have different ones over here. You got the basic. Here you could do it like this. You could do it, like this. So you could do the temperature. Again, look how nice we can make this background. Look at this here. Okay. And if we want to do the contrast, look at that. I can make this here a little darker. Okay. But the other thing they have there, I have to show you again. I have to work with that as well. You could add more to it. Okay. You could darken it up a little here to make the black a little blacker here, whatever. Like that. See? You could have a lot of fun with this stuff. And then they also have the LUTs in here. That's another thing too. We could always, I'll do a video on that as well. Here's the HSL. You could do it this way, very basic. Okay, and then they have this one here. Curves. See, like this here. Look at that. You move it up and down. Look at that. Did you guys, I don't know if you guys ever dabbled with, did you ever dabble with the DaVinci Resolve? Did you guys ever dabble with that? I'm going to hit the reset button over here. Well, if you did, it's starting to remind me of that. Not that I'm saying it in a bad way. I think it's a great thing. All right. But let's see if you got then I got the color wheels they got over here as well. So, same thing. Basically, you do the same thing. When it comes to working with the color wheels and all that stuff there, to make it a cinematic look and all that stuff, we got to look at where your eyes, it's desired to your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody sees things a little different. Like you might look at this and say, nah, I don't really care the way it looks. Well, that's because I'm just messing around with it. I mean, you got to play around with it where it's going to be to your liking, you know what I'm saying? But you want it to look good for other people as well, because, you're saying, hey, this is my video, I want my video to look good. Okay, guys, well, that's all I have for you right now. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was entertaining in some way and a little helpful. And if it was, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share. And if you want to be updated when I post in the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pacini signing off. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.